Today we are back at this Scandinavian cabin village just outside of Quebec City, Canada. In an earlier video, we toured their larger 3-bedroom cabin meant more for a family, and today we are just down the road at their smaller 1-bedroom tiny home that clocks in at about 450 square feet. So be sure to watch both videos touring these guys' places and let me know which of their 2 units you prefer. And now, without wasting another second, let's go and hop straight into the full tour. Welcome back to Canada and to this Scandinavian tiny home. This is the back side of the cabin, and the bright metal roof definitely catches your eye. But I'll now round the corner, you can see some stairs and the entrance, but there's also a small fire pit here with 2 Adirondack chairs that you can enjoy during your stay. Now over here there are 2 doors. The door there on the left is the main entrance. I'll open this door on the right and you can find a sauna here. This is entirely private just to the home and a great amenity. Next, here is the front exterior with a lot of light and neutral colors. It's a nice change from all the usual modern and black Scandinavian cabins that I see, and I love the combination of both traditional wood framing and all of the metal. Coming onto the deck, you have a small grill and then a table with 2 chairs. On this end, you can then find your hot tub, which is built straight into the deck. One of the reasons to book a stay here is not just for the cabin itself, but also for the property and the land that this home sits on. I mean, just look at this view. This is by far one of the most impressive pieces of property that I've ever visited. You have over 20 acres of land to explore and this lake that is private only to guests. You also have that mountain there in the background. It just looks like a postcard. You can see the larger cabin there in the top right. After you're done admiring the view for the first time, you can get a little closer to the dock because there are some fun water activities. You can grab a kayak like I'm doing right here, or one of the many paddle boards. They have a nice collection. In the background, you can see the larger cabin again. The smaller tiny home that we're touring right now is further up the hill to the left. I was just paddling around. This was so relaxing after a long day of shooting. As we now pull out with the drone, you can see all of the autumn colors. I visited in early October if you want some similar conditions. Finally, before we head inside, there are still a few other things to point out on the property. There's actually an entire network of hiking trails like this that you can venture out to during the warmer months, and there's a nice outdoor swing right near the lake. Last but not least, I was flying my drone non-stop in this area. It is just so gorgeous. You can see all the mountains there in the background. I struggled to decide which drone clips to include in this video. I had so many options. But these homes are there on the bottom half of this lake, and that will about do it for everything outside. I know we've covered a lot, and it's time now to go and switch to the interior. So I'll open up this door and let's go and see what's inside. When you first enter, you'll come to this storage and mudroom area. It has this light pink color to it, which I've never really seen before, but I definitely enjoyed. I can open this up and you have a closet where you can store some jackets, and there are some hangers. After that, right next to the front entrance, I'll walk up to this door and slide it back, and this will take us into the 1 bathroom in this tiny home. The same color scheme continues, but I especially love the gold finishing that we see on the faucet and the rim of the mirror. As you can see, there are plenty of towels provided along with all of your basic bathroom amenities, and I also really enjoyed that diagonal looking lighting fixture there. This is then your shower. You have these thin white tiles which look just gorgeous, and your gold shower head. Let's head into the kitchen next, which is straight ahead as soon as you enter into this tiny home. The light and neutral colors continue, especially with the white appliances, the gold faucet, and all of the wood cabinets and shelves. Speaking of shelves, if you look over here to the left, there are a few items. This is actually a mini cabin store. You can scan that QR code for more info, and you can purchase everything ranging from candles to maple syrup. Moving further into the kitchen, if you look up top, you have one of those fancy microwaves. There's then a Nespresso machine, a cooktop with a tea kettle, and right in the middle of the counter, there is a circular platter which has a free bottle of maple syrup. This is a nice welcome gift that the host left behind, and there's even a card. This is a really nice touch. Finally, for the other half of this kitchen, you can see there is plenty of countertop space, and then your sink and the gold finished faucet again. On the far right hand side, you have one of those old school and retro looking fridge and freezer units, and everything is out in the open and easily accessible. You can see me grabbing some wine glasses here and some glasses and plates. This is a very well equipped kitchen. Let's go into the last area of this tiny home, which is your little living room and bed area. I especially love the back wall right behind your bed with those two lighting fixtures and the bright green plants. I recently have acquired my own plants in my apartment, and I just love how plants can instantly add a nice dash of color to any interior space. We'll look in this direction again, and you may notice that big TV that is hanging down from the ceiling. It's a smart TV, and if you think it's obstructing your view at all, you can hit a button and it will go up like this. Let's move in further, and you can find a large couch here at the bottom of the bed where you can enjoy your morning cup of coffee or tea and take in all of the views. And whew, just look at all of this natural light. This cabin is perfectly positioned. In this corner, of course, you can find your wood stove. It's very easy to get a fire up and going in this thing, and it has a light beige color to it, so it just matches with the rest of the color scheme of this tiny home. Last but not least, you have this small modern dining table, and the wood finishing there matches some of the stuff that we saw in the bathroom. And if you look up top, you have that beautiful hanging lighting fixture. If you liked this tiny home, be sure to check out my video on the same owner's larger cabin, which is right down the road. It has a lot of the same amenities, it's just bigger, about twice the size, and it has 3 bedrooms, so it's meant more for a family or a group, whereas the tiny home that we just saw is best suited for couples. The larger cabin is also just slightly closer to the lake, as you can see here. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon for another Airbnb tour.